At Christmas, we did a Christmas dinner and a charity auction, which I had a small part to play in. And have we got the people from Hope 4 here?
We do, and from LWS as well.
Right, okay, so what we'd like to do, with the money we raised at the charity auction, we'd like to present them with the cheques, please.
Would you like to come up, Georgina, Susan and Sarah, if I may? Right.
Thank you.
We had a fantastic evening at the Christmas party. There were a couple of shots there. Raise your hand if you were here at the Christmas party. About 2/3 of the room. Now, on that night, the great and the good of this property community made a lot of charitable donations. And members of the community bid on those donations that were made. We had everything from spa days to hampers to all sorts of mentorships. And we raised just over £6,000 in cash, which was a phenomenal thing. Now, as property investors, we spend our time helping those to find accommodation. So it's only fair at this time of year that we donate that money to people who, Sarah and Susan from LWS Leamington Spa, house homeless people in Leamington Spa, and Georgina here is from Hope 4 and houses homeless people in Rugby. And if I'm not mistaken, roughly, it's enough to help 65 homeless people for about 25 days and nights. Which at this time of year, would you like to be sleeping outside? No. And I'd like to thank, at the front here, Danny, wave your arm. Danny here is from Blend Finance, and they're a bank, and they also sponsored us as well. So, if I may present the cheque. Kate, are you able to just press the photo button on the lens as well? And I'd like to present this cheque here to Georgina from Hope 4. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. So make an amazing difference.
And if you'd like to come over to centre stage, I'd like to present this cheque to LWS, to Sarah and to Susan. Thank you very much. And most importantly, I'd like to thank you, the community, for doing this as well. Without you, this wouldn't have happened, and I'm sure both of you will actually share this in terms of what impact it's going to have for your organisation.
Absolutely, thank you, yes. Would you like to say a little something?
If you are able to say something, that would be great. I would love that.
Okay, this is so generous, thank you so much. Hope 4 is an entirely charitable organisation. It costs us about £150 a day to keep our centre open. And we have some staff, but it's run mainly by volunteers. And our winter shelter is run entirely by volunteers and is open for 4 months of the year. That offers up to 15 people bed nights across Rugby so that nobody has to sleep out in the coldest months of the year. And one of the things that we're doing to continue to raise funds, because as you can see this is an ongoing thing for us, is to host a sponsored sleep out at the end of the month. So if anybody fancies joining us for one uncomfortable cold night outside on the 31st of January, then you'd be very welcome to. All you have to do is email sleepout@hope4.org.uk if you wanted to take part. But thank you so much for this really generous donation. It will be put to good use. Thank you.
You're very welcome. They really are put on the spot here. This was not what they expected.
Luckily, I know a little bit about this topic. So thank you very much for your really generous donation. I can't believe how much you raised. So well done and thank you. So we run all year round in Leamington Spa on a Friday and Saturday night, although just over Christmas we ran for 12 days in a row just to cover what was quite a difficult time for people. And in that period we had over 100 different people through our doors, 98 different volunteers came along to help out as well. So your donation basically means that we can provide food, we can pay our bills, make sure that it's a warm, cosy environment for people. And also we're sort of in the process currently of we need to relocate, and this money basically goes towards helping us to look for somewhere that we can potentially put that money towards. So it really does make a huge difference. Thank you very much.
Thanks for on what Susan has said there, if anybody in Leamington Spa area can help with relocating, or any solicitors in the room can provide the legal services, it would be greatly appreciated by LWS. Thank you both very much for coming tonight, and thank you everybody for what you have done and contributed to make other people's lives much richer and much more pleasant and tolerable at this terrible time of year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.